Hi everyone, this is Mark of TechPinas. So many Filipinos, in fact millions of Filipinos own gadgets, and I'm sure that many of you are wondering, how can I get gadget insurance? Or how can I make sure that in case my gadget conks out or becomes defective or not anymore at its peak condition, how can I get an insurance that's good enough for me to ensure that it will have a longer time with me? So I'm now here with Mr. Wei Zhu, the founder and CEO of Axinan, which is finally here in the Philippines to offer the best gadget insurance. But first of all, I want to thank you, Sir Wei, for gracing this interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. It's my pleasure to join here.
All right, so Sir Wei, can you tell us more about Axinan, what it's all about, and maybe you can also talk about the technologies that you use in Axinan.
Yes. So Axinan is an insurtech startup that's headquartered in Singapore, but with offices and teams throughout Southeast Asia. So we have been doing insurance-related products for more than 3 years. We're super excited to finally be here in Philippines and be able to offer, innovative insurance products for customers in Philippines, starting with Gadget Insurance.
That's great.
So, Axinan, we pride ourselves as a insurtech companies focusing on providing consumer-facing insurance product for millennials. Okay. Here we define millennials as people under 35, and it's not to say we don't service, of course, people above 35.
The professionals,
myself. Yes, but we definitely think that the younger generation are underrepresented today in the traditional insurance product. And younger people, their lifestyle is different. They like the gadget more. They like using their phones. Why don't we build a set of insurance products that are really tailored towards millennials' lifestyles, right? So what do millennials like to do? Obviously, I think people think that millennials are probably on their phone all the time.
Yes.
And millennials like to shop on e-commerce. They like to travel. So I think those are the areas that we want to first focusing on, and then building a whole bunch of really simple, easy to use, affordable insurance product for their lifestyles. And then we can expand that into covering all sorts of insurance.
So Sir Wei, earlier I mentioned that Axinan probably offers the best gadget insurance currently,
For sure.
right?
Yeah.
And I think it's also because of your partnerships with major or probably the biggest tech companies out there. So can you talk more about how you work, for example, with Google to provide the best quality gadget insurance?
Yes. So Axinan, I think you'll see that we're definitely, our core is really tech. And if you look at our team, more than half our team are working directly as software engineers, as product designers, as product managers, right? So that's like an extremely high ratio. And almost all of our team come from some of the biggest tech companies in the region, right? So I myself have 20 years plus experience in the tech industry. I used to work at Facebook, help building of course the biggest developer platform, one of the biggest developer platform in the world, so we actually use technology to make insurance smarter. So a great example is for gadgets. So gadget insurance, one of the toughest problems people have is that, how do you offer insurance product for people who already bought their phones? Typically, you can buy insurance for your phone when at
As
point of
soon
sale.
as,
At point of sale. But vast majority of people don't buy it because for a few reasons, very good reasons.
Yeah,
it can be
especially
very
here,
expensive.
Yes. Here in the Philippines, very few people actually know about gadget insurance. In fact, only around 2% of those who own gadgets are actually aware of or actually thinking about getting gadget insurance.
I'll tell you, it's super expensive, right? So in Singapore, a phone insurance from a traditional player it can cost up to about $200.
Oh, by the way, in the Philippines, it's said that when you break an iPhone's display, it's around 280 to 300 US dollars to have it replaced. Yeah.
I would say it's actually likely a lot more, especially with the newer phones, and also with those curved screens. The curved displays looks beautiful, but they're super expensive once you crack it.
Yeah.
And so what we do is that we use technology to be able to detect the condition of existing phone screens and to be able to have a whole bunch of other measures so that we can reduce fraud. And as we reduce fraud, we're able to offer much better price to ordinary consumers. So that's therefore, if you compare our phone insurance, we're easily 50% less or more than traditional players' offerings. And also at the same time, it's super convenient to use. If you did, it takes only, you can complete the entire process on your smartphone by downloading our app.
Yeah.
And then if something unfortunately does happen to your phone, it's super easy to claim. Right? All you need to do is your app, or if your phone is totally broken, you can use the email link that we send to you, and it just take a couple button clicks, and then voila, you're done. You can get your phone replaced or repaired on the same day.
That's very interesting, Sir Wei. So, but for those who are wondering, how can they avail of your services? How do they start?
Okay, it's very simple. Just go to your phone and the App Store and search for the app called Igloo.
Igloo.
Yes.
So
Igloo.
That's IGLOO.
Yes, IGLOO. Then that is our consumer-facing brand.
Yeah, and it's available for both iOS devices and also Android devices.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. You can get it there.
Yes.
And it's for free.
It's for free. And then you can just open it up and will automatically detect your particular phone model and brand, and then offer you a very affordable price on it. And then you have two choices. One is one where without participation, and one is with participation, slightly different price points. And then just a few steps where you ask you to enter your particulars necessary for us to issue for our insurance partner to be able to issue you a insurance policy that will guarantee you to get your phone repaired if things goes wrong, if you accidentally damage it.
Yeah, I've actually played with it, and it's nice because one, it instantly knows what your phone model is, and all the plans are there.
Yeah.
So you just need to choose. And then, Sir Wei, how many brands of smartphones do you currently service?
Yeah, we protect all major smartphone brands.
In the Philippines, the big brands are Samsung, Oppo, Vivo. Those are covered,
These are
right?
all covered. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. So practically all of the big brands in the Philippines are covered. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's wonderful. And then, sir, can you talk more about because I heard earlier that you also use like AI technologies in your repair. So can you talk more about that?
Yeah, for sure. So here's the
because AI is very interesting now. It's very big now.
It is, and I think we have some of the best engineers that are experts at AI and machine learning. In fact, last year, so Axinan, the company behind Igloo, we were actually selected by Google into their Launchpad Studio program, where the 12 companies globally got selected to directly work with Google's machine learning team, where we work closely together to build deep learning AI models and deploy it for real world scenario. We're only one of 12 companies globally that was selected by Google, and also one of the only 2 companies in the whole Southeast Asia that was selected.
Wow, what an honor.
Yes. So in particular, how it's been utilized for the Gadget Insurance is like this. So one of the crucial steps is for us to do a verification.
So this is for the usual consumer. This is how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for you to consumer, you do the thing, you make the payment, and then there's one last step, which is to verify the condition of your screens. Because in order for us to provide the best price for consumers, it's important that we, be able to filter out people who try to make claims on their phones when their phone is already cracked.
Yeah.
You obviously don't want that because when you
because it's not an insurance, that's a repair already.
Yes, and so it's very important as insurtech companies that we can quickly detect and filter out those abuse situations.
True.
Then we can offer a lower price for everybody else. So how do we do that? That's where we use both computer vision as well as machine learning to do that. So it actually is kind of.
I'm sorry to cut you short. Are these technologies you developed yourself?
Yes.
Oh,
So we in fact already filed patents for it, and it's
amazing.
It's very unique in the world. I would say the most advanced in the entire world. We're actually getting this not just in the Philippines, but major companies throughout the world is actually working with us to be able to utilize our technology. So it used it's actually something almost like a game. So I said, hey, you know what? We need to do a selfie. So please take a selfie of your phone through a mirror. You can use your mirror in the bathroom, you can use your mirror in the office, in your living room.
Oh, I get it now. And then your tech will immediately figure out if it's already broken in the first place.
Yes. So we have the technology. So we first use computer vision that will detect the exact location, angle, distance, brightness of the phone inside the mirror. And then we'll guide you to be able to orient it so that we can take the best photo. As it turned out, guess what? It's actually quite difficult to do it without computer assistance because, I don't know if you try to do anything in the mirror because every move you do in the mirror is exactly reversed, and that's not some people are used to.
Yeah, even selfies are reversed.
Yes, and also taking a selfie of the phone is much harder because.
It's a mirror image.
Yeah, and because the camera is not in the center; it's actually at the top. So it's a bit unnatural to be able to take that. You need to be at a particular angle. Yeah. So we have a system that uses computer vision to detect everything, and then we'll calculate, and then we'll tell the consumers, here's how you should move it. You should tilt left a little bit, tilt up a little bit, get closer. It automatically tells to you in the display in the mirror, so it's inverse. So that allows people to be able to take the image very fast. And then afterwards, we submit the photo into our backend servers. So where we have, lots of machines that are running the AI programs, what we call the deep learning models, which will then do a few things. It will use machine learning to detect automatically if there's cracks, existing cracks on your phone. And it also have a whole bunch of security measures that will ensure that that we are verifying and ensuring the exact same phone that you just let us test, and not like somebody else's phone where somebody tried to fake it and fool the system. So this is where we use really a set of very advanced technology to be able to automate the process. And as a result, right? So we're doing this almost fully automatic, which means there's reduced overhead, less labor cost in the process. And what does that mean? That means then that's where the saving comes, right? So
that's true.
Since are automated, consumers get savings in the cost.
And you can service more people.
We can service a lot more people.
Yeah. That's great. So a lot to look forward to, and I'm personally very excited to try out your Igloo app.
Yes.
Yes, just so I could check for myself how it works and how much your plans are.
Definitely.
I would imagine you have different plans based on the brand of the phone.
Yes, and different
pricing.
the
condition of the phone.
Well, the condition of the phone has to be, it doesn't have to be brand new. It's just, it cannot be damaged already, right?
So, for example, if a phone is damaged already, will it be declined?
Yes, we will decline it.
All right, and rightfully so, because because they'd have to offer that kind of insurance to someone else who already owns a phone that would deserve it.
Yes.
All right, so very interesting new service that's available here in the Philippines. As you all know, the Philippines is one of the biggest gadget markets in Asia Pacific, so this is definitely a must-have for all all Filipinos, especially millennials who own several gadgets.
Yeah.
Like I have as a tech blogger, I have several phones. So this is a must-have for me, especially for those who are prone to always dropping their gadgets for some reason.
Yes,
This is a must-have for
I'm
you.
one of them. I think I broke my phone screen.
We all have
twice
that phone. We
already.
all have that one phone, right? So, Sir Wei, would you have any message to the millions of Filipino gadget owners about Axinan?
Yeah, so we are a insurtech company and really try to make insurance better, easier, and I think hopefully more interesting, right? We don't want to have like same old school insurance product and claim process.
Because this one is really backed by technology.
Yeah, it's going to be fully backed by technology, and we want to make insurance more interesting, more fun. I think, and for us, like service the millennials lifestyle is important. We're starting with phones, and we'll quickly expand, into
Laptops?
all kinds of laptops, your iPads, your TVs. So essentially everything electronics in your home. That's something that
Speakers?
we will. I mean,
Wonderful.
in fact, we already do that in other countries, and we look forward to be able to do.
Even wearables?
Yes, definitely including smartwatches.
Yeah.
So that's something we're definitely including, and we're going to all the e-commerce, so e-commerce related insurance, and then travel. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Because I heard this is all just a beginning
It's just the beginning
of a long journey of
I
Axinan
always
here
say
in the Philippines.
the work is only 1% complete.
Yeah.